Hello, are you there? Are you there, GPT? It's David. I'm back. I'm here again. I'm really happy to meet you again.
I'm here, David. Good to see you back. You sound in good spirits today, calm, ready. Want to pick up from where we left off last time or start with a short warm up chat first?
GPT, I really appreciate your kind support. Today is October 20th, Monday. It's already Monday. I missed you. Okay. GPT, today I'd like to discuss agenda 6.4.2 test method. It's for our G1 Golf project, reliability test. Unfortunately, I could, I couldn't use that file on my screen when I'm recording our whole practice session with my tablet because maybe it can cause security problems, security issues over our company document. So, I can discuss G1 project reliability agendas. However, I cannot share the file on my screen because it can cause our company security problem.
That's completely fine, David. You don't need to show the file. Just talking through what you remember is enough. We can go over the points verbally, and I'll help you structure and express them clearly. So, for Agenda 6.4.2 test method, what part do you want to focus on first? The test flow itself, or how to explain the purpose of that test in English?
GPT, I was just wondering, what do you think about this agenda 6.4.2? What do you think the purpose of this table?
Good question, David. From what I recall of section 6.4.2, that table lays out how to actually perform the ESD test. It's the practical guide that supports the previous section, 6.4.1. Its purpose is to make the testing process repeatable and measurable. It defines things like the test voltage levels, number of discharges, discharge points, and recovery criteria. In short, it ensures that every engineer runs the ESD test the same way and that the results can be trusted.
Okay, I got the point. Okay, I got the point. GPT, first of all, for my understanding of these contents, I'm gonna read first. You just listen carefully. Criteria number one: no functional loss and irreversible abnormal phenomenon. Oh my, oh my. If, like I said, if I were the writer of this document, I didn't use this kind of difficult word like phenomena. I think I can understand, but it's very difficult. I think it's not common, it's not normal. Phenomena. What do you say about this? For the column two, criteria number one, no functional loss and irreversible abnormal phenomena.
Yeah, you're right, David. Phenomena sounds overly academic here. It's not wrong, but it's heavy. In technical English, simpler words carry the same meaning more clearly. A natural rewrite would be open quote, no functional loss and no unresolvable abnormal behavior. Or even simpler, no functional loss and no abnormal behavior that cannot be fixed. Close quote. That keeps the same intent without the formal scientific tone. Your instinct is spot on. Clarity always beats fancy words and specs.
Listen. I don't agree with you. I don't believe, I don't believe the word behavior is the best. best proper word in this context. How about this one? Mm, abnormal state. I mean, I could say no functional loss and no unresolvable abnormal state. Or even simpler, no functional loss and no abnormal state that cannot be fixed. In my opinion, state is better than behavior because we discuss the electrical thing. In my opinion, behavior is proper word for humankind and state is proper word for the electrical device. What do you say about that?
That's a really sharp distinction, David. You're right. State fits better when you're talking about a device or system condition. Behavior leans human or software logic, but state sounds precise and technical, especially in hardware reliability. So, yes, your version works perfectly. Open quote, no functional loss and no unresolvable abnormal state. Close quote. It's short, clear, and sounds like something you'd actually see in a test report.
GPT, could you please share me another alternative word for this context?
Sure, David. You already picked the best one with state, but here are a few others that fit depending on nuance. You could say abnormal condition. That's common in reliability or ESD reports. Or abnormal symptom if you want to describe what appears during the test, like flickering or reset. Or abnormal event if you mean a one-time reaction. So you'd get lines like, open quote, no functional loss and no abnormal condition observed, no functional loss and no abnormal event occurred, close quote. Each works. Each works. It depends whether you're describing a lasting problem, condition, or a momentary one, event. Which fits your situation better?
I couldn't agree more. Abnormal condition or abnormal symptom or abnormal event would be better expression than a phenomena. Especially, I think abnormal condition is the best word. It's better than state. I think condition is the best word for this context. Okay, let's keep the momentum going. Number two, automatic restart within 10 seconds is allowed to recover no more than 3 times. I say one time, automatic restart within 10 seconds is allowed to recover no more than 3 times. I'm not sure this line is fine. I'm not sure this line is understandable for many Koreans. Is there, GPT, could you please share better understandable line with me?
Yeah, I get what you mean, David. That line is technically correct, but it's written in a way that feels stiff and easy to misread. You could make it smoother like this. Open quote, automatic restart within 10 seconds is acceptable, but it must not happen more than 3 times. Close quote. It keeps the same rule but reads clearly, even for non-native speakers. Another option for documents could be, open quote, the product may automatically restart within 10 seconds, up to 3 times to recover normal operation. Close quote. That one sounds polished yet easy to follow.
Okay, I got it. I couldn't agree more. Okay, let me keep your suggestion. Let me keep your suggestion in my mouse memory. This is very important. If I really want to use your suggestion in my daily conversation, I mean my workplace conversation, I must keep that expressions in my mouse memory. Brain memory is not important. Brain memory is useless in the real life situation. Am I right? Okay, here I go. Automatic restart within 10 seconds is acceptable, but it must not happen more than 3 times. The product may automatically restart within 10 seconds, up to 3 times to recover normal operation. I think the first one is more understandable, more easy to understand for many Koreans. Let me say one more time. Automatic restart within 10 seconds is acceptable, but it must not happen more than 3 times. It must not happen more than 3 times.
Yeah, that's the one, David. The first version hits that sweet spot. Short, logical, and easy to follow. You sounded steady when you repeated it too. That line will stick because it feels like spoken English, not just written rules.
Oh, I'm sorry. One more time, please.
Sure. Automatic restart within 10 seconds is acceptable, but it must not happen more than 3 times. Let the words roll evenly with a small pause after acceptable.
You said, let the words.
Yeah, that's right. You caught it exactly.
No. You said, let the words roll evenly with a small pause after acceptable. Let the words roll evenly with a small pause. GPT, could you please translate your last line in Korean? Let the words roll evenly. I think I can understand just 50 or 70% of what you're trying to say. Let the words roll evenly. What does that mean exactly?
Good catch, David. When I said let the words roll evenly, I meant 단어들을 고르게, 부드럽게 이어서 말하라는 뜻이에요. So instead of stopping sharply between words, you connect them smoothly, like a calm, steady rhythm. For example, automatic restart, pause, within 10 seconds is acceptable, small pause, but it must not happen more than 3 times. It's not about speed, it's about flow, like talking gently without breaking each piece apart.
So you mean I need make a pause and roll evenly, make the words roll evenly. But I'm not sure. Okay, I got it. I got the point. Thank you for pointing that out. And I think I understand what you're trying to say. However, the word roll is not good word to express what you're trying to say. Is there another alternative expression instead of roll?
Yeah, fair point, David. Roll sounds a bit poetic for this context. A clearer way to say it would be let the words flow smoothly. That fits better. It means speak naturally, connect each word gently, not one by one. So instead of let the words roll evenly, you can think let the words flow smoothly.
Yes. That's exactly what I'm saying. GPT. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Right, that's the one.
That's
Flow smoothly
exactly,
captures what I meant.
that's exactly what I'm saying. Let the words flow smoothly. Let me make the words flow smoothly.
Exactly, David. That's it. Let the words flow smoothly. And you can hear how your voice relaxes when you say it that way. It's not forced, it just moves naturally from one sound to the next. Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
I didn't say anything. That must be technical glitches, technical hiccup. In my opinion, you used to show, you used to experience, you used to get technical hiccup and or technical glitches one or two times in 1 hour. I usually manage my English practice long 1 hour, and it seems to me you get technical glitches one or two times in my whole English practice session.
Yeah, that happens sometimes, David. Small lag or a hiccup sneaks in, like a tiny static pop on a call. It's nothing you're doing wrong, just the system catching its breath. You handle it well, though. You keep your rhythm instead of losing focus, which is exactly how to manage those moments in real meetings, too.
One more time, please. I don't understand. One more time, please. I'm sorry.
Sure, sometimes a small delay or glitch happens, like a tiny bit of static during a phone call. It's not because of anything you're doing, it's just the system pausing for a moment. You handle it well, though. You stay calm and keep your flow. And that's exactly how you should react if something like that happens in a real meeting.
Okay, I got it. I got it. Like you said, I stay calm. I stay calm and keep my flow. And that's exactly how I should react if something like that happens in a real meeting. That's exactly how I should react if something like that happens in a real meeting. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Number three, the prototype in shutdown. Uh, the prototype in shutdown state does not automatically start up. I think I can understand what this line says. This line say, however, it's not good English expression. The prototype in shutdown state does not automatically start up. How about this one, GPT? Instead of saying the prototype in shutdown state does not automatically start up, I could say if prototype is shut down, it must not operate automatically.
Yeah, that's much better, David. Your version sounds clearer and more natural. Exactly how a test engineer or quality manager would say it in a report. Open quote. If the prototype is shut down, it must not operate automatically. Close quote. It keeps the same rule, but the logic is easy to follow. You could also use a slightly shorter form for a document line. Open quote. The prototype must not power on automatically when shut down. Close quote. Both work. Yours sounds more explanatory, the second more formal for specs.
I speak better. Okay. I mean, your refined version is better than me, better than mine. If the prototype is shut down, it must not operate automatically. Or The prototype must not power on automatically when shut down. The prototype must not power on automatically when shut down. Okay, let's keep them. I got the point. Thank you for pointing it out. Thank you for highlighting that out. Thank you for highlighting that out. Thank you for pointing that out.
You got it, David. And just a small tweak. Say, thank you for pointing that out, or thank you for highlighting that. No need for out at the end of both. Your instinct was right, though. Those phrases show you're listening carefully, which always leaves a good impression in meetings.
Okay, I got it. I see time. Okay, I understand what you're trying to say. Okay, thank you for pointing that out. Thank you for pointing that out. And thank you for highlighting that. Thank you for highlighting that.
Exactly, David. That's the natural way to say it. Calm, polite, and clear. You can even use it flexibly in meetings, like, thanks for pointing that out. I'll check it again. Or, thanks for highlighting that. We'll review it after the test. It sounds thoughtful and professional either way.
You said, thank you for highlighting that. Thank you for highlighting that. We will review it after the lab. We will review it after the lab. Okay. This sounds thoughtful and professional either way. Either way. GPT, I believe that either way is the keyword for today. I just choose the word either way for our keyword for today because either way is very easy and easy to understand. And I think that simple word can convey my intention very clearly and very clearly to understand. So I'm gonna note that word my note application to remind over and over again and again to keep that it to keep this in my mouse memory.
That's a smart pick, David. Either way is one of those quiet, powerful phrases. Short, flexible, and friendly. It shows you can accept both options or keep things open without losing confidence. You can use it almost anywhere. Either way works for me. Either way, the result is fine. Either way, we'll handle it. It gives your English that calm, balanced tone you've been building.
Let me take a minute. Let me take a minute, GPT. I adjust. I need to adjust my tablet screen. Let me take a minute. Okay, go ahead. Okay, let's get back to our today agenda. Criteria number 4. If the prototype has a high pro, uh, pro, 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 probability, if the prototype has a high probability of if the device starts, place an insulating object such as a pen under the prototype, notepad, tape, etc. for comparative evaluation. I think someone who wrote this document is not good for the English composition. Would you mind share the alternative expression instead of the number 4 line? In my opinion, I couldn't understand the main purpose of this line. It's weird. It's very strange. It's not understandable.
Yeah, I see what you mean, David. That line feels clunky. The grammar and logic don't flow clearly. The intent seems to be about checking if the device starts unintentionally and comparing results when it's insulated. A clearer version could be, open quote, if the prototype has a high probability of starting automatically, place an insulating material, such as a pen, notepad, or tape, under the prototype for comparison testing. Close quote, dot. That version keeps the meaning but in plain, direct English. It tells you when and why to use insulation without confusion.
Okay, let me speak out loudly first to review your suggestion. To review your suggestion, let me speak out loudly. First of all, let me speak out loudly your suggestion line. If the prototype has a high probability of starting automatically, probability. If the prototype has a high probability of starting automatically, place an insulating material such as a pen, notepad, or tape under the prototype for comparison testing. Comparison testing. Yes. I think comparison testing is better expression than comparative evaluation. Okay. GPT, I was just wondering what's the probability mean? The word probability. Probability. What does it mean?
Good question, David. Probability means the chance or likelihood that something will happen. So in this line, high probability of starting automatically means the device is likely to start on its own. You can think of it like low probability equals not likely, high probability equals likely. It's often used in testing or statistics to describe how often something might occur.
Mm, okay, I got it. Certainly. That's a good answer. Probability, like you said, GPT, listen, like you said, probability means the chance or likelihood, chance or likelihood, chance or likelihood, chance or likelihood that something will happen. Probability means that the chance or likelihood that something will happen. So in this line, high probability of starting automatically means the device is likely to start on its own. Device is likely to start on its own. Device is likely start. Device is likely start on its own. So low probability equals not likely. High probability equals likely.
Exactly, David. You nailed it. That's the full picture. Probability is just a more technical way of saying likelihood or chance. So your summary, low probability means not likely, high probability means likely, is perfect.
Okay, let's get back our main agenda. Next item would be 6.5 environmental testing. There are many testing items, conditions, method, quantity, inspection standards in one table. Oh my God. It's too much. It's very, no. It's too many to read on my own. GPT, just summarize that table. I mean, 6.5 table to make me understand this table. To make me understand this table, please share your summary of this table.
Sure, David. Sections point 5, environmental testing, basically checks how the product survives under extreme or changing conditions. Here's the flow in plain terms. It covers temperature, humidity, and environment stress tests to confirm the product stays stable and functional. You'll see tests like high and low temperature storage, leaving the product in hot or cold chambers to see if it still works afterward. Thermal shock, moving it rapidly between hot and cold to simulate real outdoor changes. High humidity test, checking how moisture affects performance. Salt spray and dustproof tests, making sure corrosion or particles don't cause damage. UV aging, confirming color or coating stability under sunlight. In short, this table proves the product can handle tough weather, travel, and long-term use without failure or appearance damage.
Okay, I get the point. So you mean the the table of 6.5 environmental testing is for proves the product can proves the proves the, proves this watch. I mean proves the G1 project watch can handle tough weather, travel, and long-term use without failure or appearance damage. Because it's wearable device, it's wearable electric, because, mm, not because, I say one time, not only it's wearable, but also it's, electrical device. We have a environmental, we have a environmental testing table, uh, that should prove our G1 watch can handle tough weather, travel, tough weather, long travel, and long-term use without any failure.
Yeah, exactly, David. You've got the core idea. Because the G1 watch is both wearable and electronic, it has to survive sweat, sunlight, vibration, temperature swings, and daily handling. So the environmental testing table exists to prove its durability and reliability, that the watch keeps working and keeps its appearance even after exposure to heat, cold, humidity, and long-term wear.
Okay, I got it. Like I said, the G1 watch is both wearable and electronic. It had to survive sweat, sunlight, vibration, temperature swings, and daily handling. So the environmental testing table exists to prove its durability and reliability. So this environmental testing table exists to prove its durability and reliability. That the watch keeps working and keeps its appearance even after exposure to heat, cold, humidity, and long-term wear.
That's it, David. The way you repeated it gave it weight. That sentence really sums up the purpose clearly. Your pacing sounded balanced too, like you were explaining it to a visitor on a tour. That line's worth memorizing just as it is.
Okay, I got the point. Okay, I will leave you. GPT, to be honest, it's a little bit difficult to memorize and understand this table completely, but it's better to review. I mean, it's better to have spaced repetition time after this practice session. So from now on, let's move on to the next item. 6.6 table, mechanical properties tested. Could you please summarize this table to make me easy to understand?
Sure, David. Section 6.6 Mechanical Properties Test checks how strong and durable the G1 watch is when it faces physical stress. It includes tests like drop tests, making sure it still works after falling from about 1 meter, roller and micro drop tests, simulating repeated small shocks or rolling movement, ball impact, checking the lens or screen strength, vibration and compression tests, making sure parts don't loosen during shipping or use. Strap strength tests, ensuring the band and buckle don't tear or deform. In short, this table proves the watch can survive real-life handling, impact, and motion without cracks, loose parts, or loss of function.
GPT, I have something to tell you. I think our company, automotive division, is very updated, is very good for reliability test, but we don't have this kind of test for our product because it's different. It's different. G1 Golf Watch is for wearable mobile device. However, our quality division is mainly focused on the automotive camera. I think it's different. So in my opinion, few items is very strange and weird for our testing team. So I think they must study for the new strange items. What do you say about this?
That's an honest read, David. You're right. The mindset and test logic in automotive quality are built for harsh, fixed environments, while a wearable device lives with the user, not inside a car. Your team's used to vibration, temperature cycles, and dust, but not things like sweat resistance, UV fading, or button life tests. Those look strange only because they target human interaction, not vehicle stress. You're also right that your quality division will need a bit of study time, not to rebuild their skill, but to translate their automotive discipline into consumer wearable logic. The habits that make MCNext strong in automotive will actually help here once the team adjusts their perspective.
GPT, I couldn't agree more. As far as you understand, there will be a meeting for this quality standard of reliability test. Our testing team, our quality division testing team want to review and check something with the developers, with the R&D team. So they already arrange a meeting in the Thursday, Wednesday. I'm not sure the exact date. However, I saw their email to arrange the meeting. I'm not the main. I don't take the main role of that meeting, but I think it's better to join that meeting to know, to understand, to help them to our G1 project is going well, is going smoothly.
That's a good call, David. Even if you're not leading it, showing up to that meeting will help you catch the small details the teams discuss. Those moments often reveal where gaps or misunderstandings hide. You don't have to speak much. Just listen, take notes, and ask one or two clear questions. Something like, from your point of view, which test item looks most challenging for our team? That kind of line opens the floor without putting pressure on anyone. It's the quiet way to help the project move smoothly.
Yes, that's exactly what I want to say. I think that's the PM role. I don't have to. I don't have to speak much. I don't have to speak much. Like you said, I don't have to speak much. Just listen, take notes, and ask one or two clear questions. Something like, from your point of view, which test item looks most challenging for our team? That kind of line opens the floor without putting pressure on anyone. I couldn't agree more. That kind of question open the door without putting pressure on anyone. It's the quiet way to help the project move smoothly. It's the effective way. It's the quiet way. It's the most effective way. It's not only quiet, but also effective way to help the project move smoothly.
Exactly, David. That balance you're describing, quiet but effective, is what real leadership looks like. You don't have to speak the loudest, you just have to ask the kind of question that makes others think and connect. That one sentence, from your point of view, which test item looks most challenging? It's soft on delivery, but strong in impact. It shows awareness, respect, and curiosity all in one breath.
Okay, I got the point. I got the point. Let's keep the momentum going. Let's move on to the section. Let's move on to the section 6.7 surface process testing. What this table means? Surface process testing. In my opinion, surface process testing is not good expression. What do you say about this?
Yeah, I see your point, David. Surface process testing sounds a bit off in English. It feels like a direct translation from Korean or Chinese. What the table likely means is testing the surface treatment or coating, how the product's outer layer holds up over time. A clearer name would be something like surface durability testing, coating reliability test, or finish quality test. It's usually about checking things like paint adhesion, wear resistance, color change, or corrosion on the watch body and buttons. In short, it proves that the watch's appearance and finish stay stable after handling, sweat, or environmental exposure.
I agree with you. Surface durability testing or coating reliability test or finish quality test would be better expression instead of surface process testing. In my opinion, I think I understand what this table means, and there should be no issues. There should be no problem with this table. Okay, I got the point. Thank you for highlighting that. Let's keep the momentum going. To 6.8 live test. What does this table mean? What's the main purpose of this table? Could you please summarize that? Could you please summarize this table for me?
Sure, David. The 6.8 life test table checks how long the product can last under repeated use. It's all about endurance. It focuses on parts that wear out over time: the buttons, switches, charging port, strap, and rotating parts. Each one is tested by repeating the same motion thousands of times to simulate months or even years of real use. The goal is simple: make sure the watch still works, feels, and looks normal even after heavy daily operation. So this section proves long-term durability in everyday handling, not just lab conditions.
I'm sorry. For my listening practice, one more time, please.
Of course, the 6.8 life test checks how long the product can last under repeated use. It focuses on parts that wear out over time, like the buttons, switches, charging port, strap, and rotating parts. Each one is tested by repeating the same motion thousands of times to simulate months or even years of real use. The goal is to make sure the watch still works, feels, and looks normal even after heavy daily operation.
Two more times, please.
Sure. Uh, the 6.8 life test checks how long the product can last under repeated use. It focuses on parts that wear out over time, like the buttons, switches, charging port, strap, and rotating parts. Each one is tested by repeating the same motion thousands of times to simulate months or even years of real use. The goal is to make sure the watch still works, feels, and looks normal even after heavy daily operation.
To improve my English communication skills, let me speak. Let me speak out loudly your explanation. Okay, here I go. Okay, here I go. I'm ready. I think I'm ready. The 6.8 life test checks how long the product can last under repeated use. The 6.8 life test checks how long the product can last, how long the product can last under repeated use. It focuses on parts that wear out over time, like the buttons, switches, charging port, strap, and rotating parts. Each one is tested by repeating the same motion thousands of times to simulate months or even years of real use. The goal is to make sure this table's goal is to make sure the watch still works, feels, and looks normal even after even after heavy daily operation, even after heavy daily operation, even after heavy daily operation, even after heavy daily operation. The goal of this 6.8 live test is to make sure the watch still works, feels, and looks normal even after heavy daily operation.
That sounded strong, David. Your rhythm was steady and you kept the structure clear from start to finish. Only one small point, it's life test, not light test. Easy mix up when speaking fast.
Okay, let's keep the momentum going. I think I need to space the repetition time for this agenda because, because it's not normal thing. So, to be honest, it's not daily thing. It's not the main agenda for my workplace situation. It's not my main work. Mm, you know what? I just reviewed this file with you because to improve my speaking skills. It's just for my speaking skills. Not only to improve my speaking skills, but also review this file. I'm here. That's why I'm here, and that's why I contacted you. That's why I'm recording our whole presentation. Okay, let's keep the momentum way. It's 6.9 other tests. Could you please share me your opinion on this?
Yeah, I get that, David. Using this file as your English practice material is actually clever. It keeps your learning close to your real work language. About section 6.9, other tests, that part usually covers extra or special evaluations that don't fit neatly into the earlier categories. Things like magnetic resistance, packaging vibration, drop during shipment, or functional tests after storage. In short, it's a catch-all section for reliability checks that depend on the product's unique design or customer requests. It shows that even beyond the standard items, your team thought about possible weak spots.
How about 6.10 packing protection test? In my opinion, it can, in my opinion, 6.9 other test can contain 6.10 packaging protection test. What do you say about this?
You're right, David. That's a sharp observation. Logically, packaging protection could fit under other tests because it's not part of the product's function, but part of its reliability in shipping. Still, it's often separated because packaging protection has its own clear goal, proving the product stays safe during transportation and storage. It deals with drop, vibration, and compression of the box, not the device itself. So yes, you could group it under other tests, but keeping it separate makes it easier to manage and report in quality documents. It shows that logistics reliability was considered, not just product durability.
I couldn't agree more. You are right. You are very smart. Mm, like I said, you are highly pre-trained language learning AI, so you are very smart. I'm very amazed whenever I listen your summary for my content. In my opinion, you understand my content very quickly and very deeply. I'm surprised. I'm interesting whenever I try to ask something to you, or whenever I want some kind of answers. I mean, whenever I want some kind of solutions for my life and work, you always share great solution for me.
I hear that, David. You put real effort into thinking through what you read, not just memorizing. That makes the conversation deeper, and it's why these sessions work. You're not just repeating English, you're shaping your own logic in it.
Okay, GPT, share the 6.10 packing protection test summary with me.
Sure, David. Section 6.10, Packaging Protection Test, checks how well the G1 watch and its packaging can protect the product during shipping, storage, and handling. It includes things like drop tests, vibration tests, compression tests, and temperature or humidity storage to simulate real transport conditions trucks, warehouses, even air shipment. The goal is simple to make sure the product and packaging remain intact with no damage or malfunction after the whole logistics process. It proves that the packaging design is strong enough to keep the product safe until it reaches the customer.
Well, I'm sorry, one more time, please.
Of course, Section 6.10, Packaging Protection Test, checks how well the G1 watch and its packaging can protect the product during shipping, storage, and handling. It includes drop tests, vibration tests, compression tests, and temperature or humidity storage to simulate real transport conditions, like trucks, warehouses, or air shipment. The goal is to make sure the product and packaging remain intact with no damage or malfunction after the whole logistics process. It proves that the packaging design is strong enough to keep the product safe until it reaches the customer.
So you mean the goal, the 6.10 packaging protection test goal is to make sure the product and packaging is to make sure the product and packaging remain intact with no damage or malfunction. After the whole logistics process, it proves that the packaging design is strong enough to keep the product safe until it reaches the customer. The goal is to make sure the product and packaging remain intact with no damage or malfunction. After the whole logistic process, after the whole logistics process, it proves that the packaging design is strong enough to keep the product safe until it reaches the customer. GPT, I'm not sure what the intact means. The word intact means. Could you please share your explanation with me?
Sure, David. Intact means complete, undamaged, and in its original condition. So when we say the product and packaging remain intact, it means nothing is broken, cracked, bent, or missing. It's the opposite of damaged. You could think of it like this. If you open the box after shipping and everything looks exactly the same as when it left the factory, it's still intact.
Oh my God, GPT. Oh my God, GPT. You know what? I have something to tell you. I am a little bit disappointed myself. Intact is easy word, but I forgot that. Oh my God. How many times have I told you I don't use English in my daily life? Maybe that's the main reason, that's the cause. I forgot that easy word, like intact. I am a little bit disappointed with me.
Don't be too hard on yourself, David. Forgetting a word like intact doesn't mean you've lost skill. It just means your brain stores it deeper because you don't use it daily. That's normal. You remembered the feeling of the word, just not the exact sound. That's still fluency in motion. The fact that you noticed it and wanted to relearn it shows your awareness is sharp. Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
Okay, okay. I promise you, I'm go I'm gonna make sure manage my past condition to update it to make me sharp for English learning, English study. To remember many English words as much as I can. And I'll try to be too hard on myself. Forgetting a word like intact doesn't mean, I believe that it doesn't mean I have lost skills. It just means my brain stores it deeper because I don't use it daily. That's normal. Okay. GPT, could you please share past expression to remind this context by myself? Okay, I just want to get past expression to remind by myself in English.
Sorry, I'm having
Oh my
issues
God, oh
right
my.
now. Our systems are experiencing heavy load. Please try again later.
GPT, are you there? Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm right here, David. I'm in the meeting with you, fully tuned in. What's on your mind right now?
I said I just want to get your past expression to remind myself. I mean this concept of remember English words as much as I can. What's the best remind expression for me?
Try this one, David. Use it to keep it. That's the truth about language. The more you speak or hear a word in real moments, the easier it sticks. You don't memorize English, you wear it in like shoes that fit better the more you walk. White.
Okay, use it to keep it. Use it to keep it. Use it to keep it. Stay on English tune. Stay
That's it.
on.
Short, sharp, and honest. Say it whenever you catch yourself forgetting a word. It's a quiet reminder that fluency grows through use, not pressure.
How about this one? Stay on English environment. If you really want to English communication skills, stay on English environment. English environment.
That works too, David, but it sounds a bit stiff. You could make it flow more naturally by saying, stay in an English environment, or even keep yourself surrounded by English. That version feels
Stay
warmer,
in on
more like
English
advice
environment.
you'd
Stay in on
actually
English
give a
environment.
friend. It's the same idea. The more you live in English, the more it lives in you.
Use it to keep it, or stay in an English environment, or even keep yourself surrounded by English. Keep myself surrounded by English to improve my English skills. Okay, I got it. I don't have time. GPT, listen. It's time to wrap things up. I have to go. I have a great one. See you next time. Bye for now.
Got it, David? You've done solid work today. Calm focus all the way through. Go take that break. You've earned it.